To continue our conversation on Twitter, Twitter reaches a wide audience and can handle both business to consumer conversations and business to business conversations. Twitter launched way back in 2006 and is still growing in both users and the number of tweets per day today. And the benefit of Twitter one of the biggest benefits of Twitter includes the fact that it is immediate. So it is a platform where people go to find the latest news and real-time updates, both from journalism sites, news sites, and also from brands. So how do we use Twitter for marketing? Right, Twitter is used by companies for one of two general reasons, and these are pretty similar to the other social networking sites that we've talked about as part of our social community zone. But one of the main purposes to use Twitter is to convey information, and the other is to start or participate in a conversation. So again, in this lecture, we're going to focus first on organic Twitter marketing, and then we're going to come back to paid advertising on Twitter at the end of the lecture. So if we're creating an organic Twitter site that we want to use for our brand, we're going to create a Twitter profile. And a company profile page plays a large role in a viewer's decision regarding whether or not to follow the page. And Twitter offers many options to customize a profile page on their site. And the most important piece of information is your avatar, right, or your profile picture, because this is the picture that's going to show up next to every single tweet, and it's going to be the main visual that your followers will see. A lot of times, brands use their logo as their avatar photo. And while that's a good idea, studies show that consumers tend to respond better to faces or alternative images in that avatar image space. So it's a good idea to change up that avatar photo and make it a face of your company versus continuing to use your logo. It's also critical for a brand to use the little space available to them on the page to actually describe their brand and tell their brand story. You only have 160 characters here, so it's not much more than an actual tweet. So when you have that small of a space, you need to tell your customers the most important thing about your brand that you want to remember. So go back to Twitter and look at a couple of your favorite brands and see how they're using that space and how they're telling their brand story. Another important piece of information on that Twitter profile is your custom background or your header image. And this should be unique from your other social sites, and it really should reflect your brand persona and your brand voice. These three things combined are critical to a successful Twitter marketing page. You really want to make sure that brand personality, that brand persona comes through in your images and your description, because that's what's going to guide your consumers to following your tweets and responding to those tweets. There is a video on Hootsuite that I'd like you to go watch about how to optimize your profile settings on Twitter. And it's in the social marketing training section in the optimizing your Twitter business profile category. Right, so go watch that and then come back for part 3 of the lecture.